Well, Dana, if people are heading out for some New Year's Eve celebrations tonight, certainly going to have to bundle up.
Agreed. They're going to have to bundle up, and they're going to have to be prepared for a little bit of snow.
Kind of festive and fun.
It is kind of festive and fun. I think it's going to be more of an issue as we get into tomorrow morning.
Right.
But if you are going to be out really late tonight, that is just something to consider, that you will have to watch out for the snow, especially in western Maine as we get into tonight. But it is sort of a festive way to wrap up 2025, start out 2026 on a note that we are all very familiar with this December, which is cold and snow. Current temperatures across the state a little bit warmer closer to the coast in the mid to upper 20s. Areas of northern Maine, though, still in the teens and some single digits. The wind has picked up over the past couple of hours. Right now, seeing wind gusts about 25 to 30 miles per hour, mainly out of the west. I think we'll be like that for a few more hours, but then especially once the sun sets, those wind speeds will start to settle a little bit, gusting about to 15 to 20 miles an hour as opposed to up to 30 miles per hour. So right now we have a mix of sun and clouds across the state, but we're all going to see an increase in cloud cover ahead of a storm system that will come in tonight. And that will start to move in right around midnight, especially in New Hampshire, areas of western Maine, a little bit of snow to ring in the new year, and then snow will overspread the rest of the state overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, especially in areas of the mid-coast and down east. That's when we're going to get a little bit of enhancement from this system, and could see much higher snowfall totals in those areas compared to the rest of the state. And then behind this area of low pressure, it opens a door for some Arctic air to move in from Canada. And as long as this area of high pressure sticks around, the cold is going to stick with it. High temperatures in the teens and 20s Friday all the way through the weekend because of that area of high pressure there. So we're starting the day with some sunshine, again increasing clouds later today, and then some of those snow showers start to move into New Hampshire and western Maine between 10 and 11. Snow overspreads the state overnight. Here's a look at 3 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, and then we start to get that enhancement as we get into tomorrow morning. So here's a look tomorrow at 7 a.m. starting to see some heavier snow in areas of the mid-coast and into down east Maine by about 9 or 10 a.m. So keep in mind, if you do have to work tomorrow, morning commute time in the eastern half of the state might be a little bit trickier. After lunchtime and getting towards dinner time, areas of western Maine start to clear out a little bit longer in areas of northern and down east Maine, but all of the snow should be wrapping up by about midnight. And then the cold air arrives, a much sunnier day on Friday with high temperatures in the teens for most of us. So here's a look at that snowfall forecast, a coating to 2 inches for much of the state. Areas of the mid-coast where we start to see that enhancement a little bit higher, 2 to 4. And then areas of down east Maine, best chance for plowable snow. Right now looking at 4 to 8, though I think there might be some isolated areas that could see up to about 10 inches. So if you're going to be going out for New Year's Eve, mostly cloudy tonight at 8 p.m., cloudy and a little bit chilly by 10 p.m., and some snow showers roll in to ring in the new year. Marine forecast sees 7 to 10 feet, gale watch because of those winds. So we have the snow that comes in tonight, lasts throughout much of the day tomorrow, and then behind it, another stretch of cold air. Chris, I think a lot of us have gotten very familiar with these Arctic blasts over the past month. I feel like we've been talking about them a lot. And as we go into 2026, weather-wise, it's going to be no different than 2025, at least thus far.
At least we've already broken out all of the extreme winter weather gear that we're going to need.
And if you haven't, maybe it's time to cave.
Yeah. If you're still wearing a light jacket at this point, I am impressed by your toughness.
Me too.
Right.
The hat, the gloves. Actually, I've even gone to like mittens because the gloves aren't warm enough.
Fair enough. I'm kind of doing the same thing. All right. Thanks, Dana.